Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Morning Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network live. WoodwardSports.com, a Friday morning. Oh yeah. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning.
I am energized as hell. Now, fish may have cost me a ton of money yesterday in betting because
Whoa, what did
Wait,
By the way, can I call you out?
Wait.
I have to call you out.
Wait. You and the stupid fucking Japanese. You watch it. All right? I'm not taking any of your shit
What
today.
did I do about Japan?
I'm not dealing with you in Japan right now, all right?
What if
Shut
I
it.
wasn't even rooting for
You
Japan?
shut it. It's going to be a great show today. We're going to lose more money because of fish on bets.
What?
Stupid World Cup.
Honestly, okay.
Who even likes soccer? Soccer.
You
What a stupid
ding dong.
sport. What a stupid
You were the
sport.
one giving people bets yesterday. By
I
the
know.
way, I told you.
I like soccer when my bets are winning, not when they're losing.
By
All
the
right.
way, you took out Lukaku in your bet. He should have scored like 5 times
Lukaku
yesterday.
can burn in
because
hell.
he came on at halftime.
The
Like I
entire
told
Japanese
you.
national team can lick my balls. That's how I feel this morning.
By the way, do you think
Soccer.
the ball was in or out?
Who?
Did you not see the controversial call that got Japan the win?
No, I don't care, honestly. I hate Japan right now.
Okay.
I really do.
Okay. Well, you hate
on
Japan
one of my
even more if
places
you
to
saw
visit
the
in the next
footage.
3-5 years. I need some mental time away from Japan. They've cost me twice so far.
Well,
So, having said that,
put
let's
money
move
on USA.
Let's have a great show. It's going to be a great show. Big Ten Championship game preview. Oh, yeah, second hour. It's going to be fun. Aidan Hutchinson out for revenge. He's going against the team that passed on for Travon Walker. We'll compare the two, how their seasons have gone so far.
Pistons got a big win yesterday. Go
Big one.
Pistons.
Am I talking to you, Fish? Shut the hell up and mute your mic.
Can I go home?
Yes.
I did tell you I did tell you who's guarding Luka. Or excuse me, yeah. I mean, nobody on the Pistons could stop him. But Pistons.
But nobody could stop Killian Hayes. And you know what?
Which that sounds weird saying that. Nobody could stop Killian Hayes. Wow, he played well.
Let's start the show with the Pistons. Actually, let's start with the Pistons because what Killian Hayes did in overtime, was pretty awesome. And before we get into all the good, this team doesn't play any defense.
No, they don't.
They're not good at it at all.
No, they're not.
And I was ready to throw my remote into the TV when Corey Joseph subbed on in the fourth quarter for Killian Hayes.
He got 10 minutes. Better than his 23
Better than
minutes.
the 22 prior. But my God, Killian Hayes, Jeff, it's a new person. Last 4 games, what, 16, 8, and 4?
Yeah,
he's been, even coming from me, I think he's been very good the last 4 games. Was yesterday's coming out party? I don't know. What I do know is he's been playing at a level you would expect from somebody you invest a lottery pick in. Fair?
Fair. He's becoming the player we expected him to become. Now, is he your starting point guard? No. But the fact that he's in this position, he's taken on more of an offensive burden, he's produced, that deserves to be talked about. I mean, 10 for 13, 2 for 4 from 3, 22 points, and he had 8 in overtime. Yeah, Killian deserves some love today, man. He played well. He really did.
He played
and then there's
well.
Bojan with 30. I mean,
Well, that guy is unbelievable. I don't know what to think or do or say about Bogdanović at this point. Dude comes in, he's on a 1-year deal. Less than 2 weeks into the season, you're already re-signing him and extending him for another year because of how good he's been. And then you're trying to push away suitors of, all right, we don't want to trade this guy. This guy is unbelievable. 30 points and that 1 3-pointer he had where he caught it really high and didn't even change his motion and kind of just let it fly. That was awesome. Luka, he's basically the MVP right now. I think he's the front runner. Who do you want to put in front of him? I'm not sure. Maybe Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum's my MVP.
But outside
man.
of that, I mean, Luka's having an unbelievable season. What, 34, 8 and 8?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
He's having quite the season. So we'll see. We'll see how the season plays out for the Pistons. Big win for them. It was a good win. It was a really good win. Thursday Night Football, the Bills and the Patriots. That was a snooze fest. Well, look, I mean, let's be honest. The New England Patriots have the best offensive coordinator in the NFL. So when we talk about primetime games and what it means to be on primetime...
And the best defensive.
Well, no. They have the best offensive coordinator in the NFL. Matt Patricia, I mean, let's be honest. The Patriots have the number 1 rush offense, the number 1 passing offense. They score 87 points a game. And you know what? Yesterday they had a bad night at the office. They only scored 10. Mac Jones crying on the sideline, swearing up and down.
They scored 3 points. They scored a touchdown in the first period, and then they had 3 points the rest of the game. So shout out to Matt Patricia, by the way, cooking up plays at home. Yeah, the Bills, they took care of business. And Marcus Jones caught a touchdown as well. DB out there catching touchdowns. Did not expect that. The Patriots, that was the only touchdown they scored. Patriots.
Yeah, look, the Bills showed their dominance.
Yeah.
The Bills were able to run the ball effectively with James Cook and Devin Singletary. And what did we talk about with the Bills 5-6 weeks ago? Can't rely on Josh Allen to run the ball all the time. He can't be your leading rusher. He wasn't. He wasn't even your second leading rusher last night. He was third behind Cook and Singletary. That is the ideal scenario.
Absolutely.
They had a big touchdown called back. Thank goodness I was going up against Josh Allen last night. They had a big touchdown called back to Stephon Diggs downfield for holding, but that game was never close.
No.
And for the line to be only 3.5 points going in and the Bills to only win by 14, only 14, that game could have been worse. It could have been a 21, 27, 28-point win for the Bills.
Yeah.
They completely dominated the game. Their defense stepped up, and Mac Jones looked like Mac Jones. I'm not sure how you guys would like me to phrase it any other way.
I love that they're running the ball, though. That was the biggest thing, is their offense is entirely based on how Josh Allen can run the ball. Now you're getting 10-plus carries to Cook. You're getting 10-plus carries to Singletary. That's what their offense needs to be, man. Run the football, get both those guys involved. And over the last couple of weeks, they've been doing that. You know, trying to go through their run game and establish some play action, get Josh Allen in some favorable positions. You can't just single-handedly rely on Josh Allen the entire season. It's not a good thing. Even Kansas City, they've been running the football. That's the philosophy I'm glad the Bills finally caught up to. But, yeah, Bills 9-3. After struggling for a stretch of games earlier, they're coming back into their own. And I still like the Bills to do something in the playoffs. I mean, they're getting Von Miller back. Gregory Rousseau did not play last night, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's still out. So getting 2 of their best edge rushers back in a couple weeks, Bills are trending upwards. They really are.
They're heading in the right direction. They're one of the best teams in the AFC for obvious reasons. Last night was a reminder of how your season can change like that in the NFL, right? How many weeks ago did we do this conversation with the Bills? 4? Bills 2-game losing streak.
Right.
They win, then they're going into Detroit Thanksgiving. Played Detroit tight. Oh, this isn't the Bills that we expected, and they're injured. They're banged up in the secondary. Defensive front's injured. Okay. Patriots, not too long ago, were 2-3 games over 500. And now they're, 6-6? Season changes in the NFL, Jeff, like that. Just like the Lions at one point were 1-6. Suddenly 4-6, like that. Now 4-7. And you have your easiest part of your schedule in front of you.
Right.
Who would have thought? It's going to be very interesting. See how the season plays out. We got a lot to talk about today. The phone lines will be open for all of you. 313-552-6322. We'll have the conversations all day. Your thoughts on the Lions. What do you expect this weekend from the team? And really the conversation we're about to have is, what are you going to do about Trevor Lawrence? Last 3 games, 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
That final
77% completion percentage.
That final drive against the Ravens, too. My God. Carved him up to win the game. Yeah.
He is having quite the stretch of games right now. And in that 3-game stretch, they're 2-1 with a quality win over the Ravens and a quality loss to the Kansas City Chiefs. Jaguars are heading in the right direction. Are they going to make a run? I don't think so. But I think if you're a Jacksonville Jaguars fan, you are inspired by Trevor Lawrence's play. And it's happening with Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, and Marvin Jones.
Yeah, Zay Jones.
And Evan Ingram, who is the most irrelevant tight end in football.
Yeah, he had mittens for hands in New York, and now he's playing better. But the Jags, they look good. I mean, Trevor Lawrence last year, the amount of interceptions he threw, now this year he's playing well. I mean, on the season right now, I believe he has like 18 touchdowns. Oh, no, 16, 6 interceptions. He's playing better. This is the Trevor Lawrence that you expected coming out of the draft. And getting him weapons, he's been playing phenomenal. It's going to be a tough challenge.
And that's what we're going to get into. It is going to be a challenge for Detroit. They're actually 1-point underdogs, by the way. They're 1-point underdogs, according to Vegas, heading into this game. They are at home. And we got a 6-game stretch here, ladies and gentlemen. 6 games. to determine how you feel about your season. Your takeaways on this season.
Right.
4 weeks ago, you were 1-6, and it seemed like the world was ending. It seemed like this wasn't going in the right direction. And suddenly, snap of a finger, a 3-game winning streak really changes the tone in town. It starts to change how you feel. And then a tough loss at Thanksgiving and, PTSD on, clock management, game management overall. It's, okay, wait, I've seen that before. Why is it happening again? I thought we were learning from our mistakes. And now you have Jacksonville, and then the remaining 5 games after to show, hey, we're going in the right direction, or hey, we still have no idea what the fuck we're doing. Okay? So we'll get all that addressed coming up in just a bit. But before we go, Jeff, our good friends over at Cintron.
Well, guys, Cintron is the official energy drink of the Red Wings. Cintron has combined all 3 of their delicious flavors into a limited edition 6-pack sampler box. You can try Cintron's great tasting cranberry, classic, or sugar-free all in one pack if you pre-order your Cintron 6-pack today at cintronworld.com/Red Wings. Get energized with Cintron.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
What's a winter wonderland if you can't shop, eat, and play? Lucky for you, you can do it all at the Downtown Detroit Market, Cadillac Lodge, and the new winter version of the Monroe Street Midway, all located just across the street from Campus Martius Park. Find the fun at deckedoutdetroit.com.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I mean, that is a bit of a, dramatization here, but what? I think you guys get the point here. You look like Easy, or you can look like Braylon. What do you prefer? Honest to God. Would you rather look like Easy or Braylon? I think I know what all of you are going to say. So, having said that, what are you waiting for? I actually met Dr. Jason yesterday, by the way. He came by super late, probably 7:30. We were hanging out in the studio in the back. Awesome guy. Awesome guy. Share a lot of interest with him, actually. We listened to the same 3 podcasters. Found that out yesterday. That was pretty cool. But give him a call, 844-789-8446. That's 844-789-8446. Give Custom Health Centers a call. Hopefully they can do that to you. That would be amazing. Jesus
miraculous.
Christ. What a difference. Holy God. Oh my God. Imagine being that big. Holy hell.
And still getting ladies.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe they're ladies. How do you even see it? I don't know. Anyways, speaking of whales.
Whales are out. Bye.
Whales are out of the World Cup. That is true, Fish. But I'm not talking about those whales. I'm talking about the hippopotamuses that nearly killed us almost a year ago today.
Oh, okay.
Let's not forget that day.
Well, I thought, don't you call them tubs?
Tubs,
You
hippos,
call them tubs, walruses.
Turds, whatever you want to call them. It doesn't
You
matter.
a lot of names
But
for it.
let's get it started. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars visiting the Detroit Lions. And my question this morning for all of you, and again, the phone lines are open. And Fletch, if you don't mind, let's pin it to the chat. 313-552-6322. The conversation this morning is going to be, how confident are you in the Lions in this matchup? And what I mean by that is I really want you to understand, what does Jacksonville do well? And what does Detroit do well, offensively and defensively? Mm-hmm. And how do we come to the conclusion that Jacksonville, for example, are 1-point favorites? How do we come to the conclusion that Detroit should win this game or shouldn't? I want to walk through this. Since Aubrey Pleasant was fired, Detroit's secondary went from 32nd in the league, and in that 4-game stretch, 19th. Not bad. Decent improvement. And 2 of those games, you basically missed Jeff Okudah for almost the entire game. One, the entire game, where he missed concussion protocol Thanksgiving, and the game he got knocked out of. Improved secondary play. And when you tell me improved secondary play, I look at 2 things. I look at game situations, right? What kind of situations are you in? Are you down? Are you up? Are you playing ahead? What is the tempo of the game? How's your defensive front playing? Which it has been better. I won't say excellent, but it's been better over the last 3, 4, 5 weeks. And now you go up against a Jacksonville team that's high tempo, a Jacksonville team that can run the ball with basically anybody. They have their gadget player in Jamal Agnew. You got Marvin Jones, Christian Kirk, and Zay Jones at wide receiver. And no, not household names, but effective wide receivers. Wide receivers that will be able to beat you. And to me, this game has secondary written all over it. How your secondary plays will determine the outcome of this game. Not your offense, not even your front 7. Secondary play is going to be key because, again, these aren't... Christian Kirk isn't Justin Jefferson. You are not going up against the Stephon Diggs here. And you've shown the ability to, I wouldn't say shut down some of these receivers this year, but you played Stephon Diggs pretty damn well for most of that game before a few injuries happened, and then down the stretch he basically killed you. But regardless of the point, this game has secondary written all over it for me. Can you disrupt Trevor Lawrence's timings? Can you get these receivers off their routes? Can you bump them? And can you take away these security blanket routes for Trevor Lawrence? Can you turn him into the Trevor Lawrence that we saw early on in the year? Turnover prone, lots of interceptions, bad decision making. Or are you going to allow him to carve you up like he did the Ravens, like he did the Raiders, and really the Chiefs as well, except they lost that game. But again, Trevor Lawrence, the last 3 games, Jeff, 6 touchdowns, 77% completion percentage, 77. 250-plus yards a game. They're 2-1 in that stretch. Oh, by the way, 0 interceptions. Maybe I forgot to mention that. I don't think I did, but I'm just going to remind you again. 0 interceptions. They're protecting the ball. They're playing decent defense. I'm not going to say Jacksonville's playing good defense, but they're playing okay. And the offense is doing what you would expect the Doug Peterson offense to do. So this is a very, very interesting matchup. I'm excited to hear what all of you have to say. Jeff, your thoughts on Trevor Lawrence and his recent success? Yeah,
I mean, you talked about a 2-1 over the last 3 games, but the thing that stands out to me the most is the loss to Kansas City. He was sacked 5 times. The win that took a drive at the end of the game, a miraculous drive, he had 4 sacks in that game as well. So, again, this Jacksonville team, over the last 3 games, 9 sacks given up. You can get to the quarterback. And this is where Aidan Hutchinson, this is where Josh Pascal, this is where Julian Okora, those guys come into play. Because if you can get to Trevor Lawrence, make him uncomfortable, there's been multiple games this year where that offensive line for the Jags have given up more than 4 sacks, 3 sacks. So they're prone to doing it. It's about capitalizing on those opportunities. Trevor Lawrence can still make plays. He can convert a 3rd down with his legs. I know Travis Etienne, he's questionable. That's probably the big one I'm waiting on, because if he's not available to play, I think it changes really this offense entirely. But that's the key to success right there, is getting to Trevor Lawrence. And yes, to your point, secondary is very important. Jeff Okudah will be back. You're expecting the secondary with Kirby Joseph. Maybe he can get another one picked off. But it's going to be up to that pass rush, in my opinion, because if Travis Etienne does not play, those guys up front, Aleem McNeil, the game that Aleem had against the Giants with a similar offensive line, he's got to come alive again, man. If you can get after the quarterback and slow down the run, especially if Travis Etienne's not playing, it's going to make the job a little more easier.
Well, let's be honest about these 2 teams. They're inconsistent, and they're 4-7 for a reason, right? They're both 4-7 for a reason. Having said that, JaMychal Hasty is no joke out of the backfield. We saw him tear apart Baltimore not only on the ground, but notably in the air. He is a pass-catching threat. And if you look at the Lions' schedule this year, off the top of my head, I don't recall going up a running back or even a backfield that could really beat you with their pass-catching ability. Maybe Dalvin Cook, maybe. Aaron Jones, yes. Aaron Jones for sure. And you saw what they were able to do. So JaMychal Hasty, even if Travis Etienne doesn't play, I think Hasty is a suitable option. I'm not saying he's as good as Travis Etienne, don't get me wrong, but it is still a matchup you have to respect. And this Doug Peterson team, again, they're clicking right now. They're playing quality football. They're not turning the ball over as much. Trevor Lawrence isn't making as many mistakes. And this is, if I'm honest with you, this is his best stretch of his career. And how do you affect the quarterback, right? This always goes back to the core foundation I talk about in football. What are the most important attributes to surround your quarterback with and to surround your defense with to go against opposing quarterbacks? Well, let's look at it from your perspective. If you have a quarterback, what do you want to do? You want to protect him, and you want to give him weapons. Very simple concept. And if you are going up against a very good quarterback, or any quarterback for that matter, what do you want to do? You want to get after him, right? Pass rush. And like you mentioned, Jeff, so perfectly, 5 sacks they gave up against the Chiefs. They gave up 4 against the Baltimore Ravens. Yep. You're looking at the Lions front 7 now and saying, hey, Aidan Hutchinson, hey, Aleem McNeil, hey, James Houston, whoever it may be. Hey, Malcolm Rodriguez, hey, Anzo, I don't care who. This is an offensive line that is susceptible to giving up pressure and allowing edge rushers and really just defense in general to get home. Take advantage of it. Mm-hmm. Because Trevor Lawrence just turned around his 3rd consecutive game with 100 passer rating or higher. I don't want to say he's arrived, but he is playing the best football of his young career. And we all joke about Urban Meyer being a joke NFL coach. Last year, you can call it a rookie year if you want. This is really his rookie year. Urban Meyer is your coach. He's out there banging chicks instead of helping his quarterback grow. I mean, it's not the most ideal situation for any young quarterback.
No.
Doug Peterson comes in, and you know how I'm a big fan of the hire. Not because I think he's going to lead them to this, unbelievable success, but I care about my investments.
Yeah.
And Trevor Lawrence is an investment, and I want to make sure I'm getting the most out of him. It's why the Eberflus hire really confused me, because I'm trying to invest in my franchise quarterback, but it turned out, oh boy, they figured out how to use Justin Fields, actually, and credit to them. I was wrong about that. So I like the Peterson move. I like what Jacksonville is doing, and you're going to have to really, really get Trevor Lawrence going, because he is mobile. He's capable of moving in and out of the pocket. He's not going to be a guy that you just easily take down. He's a big-bodied quarterback.
Yeah, he's a big man.
Let's be honest. He was the greatest prospect to come out of the NFL draft since Andrew Luck at quarterback. Mm-hmm. That is a fact. It's the reality. That's who he is. So it's going to be a difficult matchup. I'm intrigued to see how the Lions handle it. And again, you brought it up, their running back situation, Jeff. Travis Etienne, JaMychal Hasty backing him up. If Etienne is available, you have a problem. Because what Jacksonville can do so well is they can run that jet sweep to Jamal Agnew. They can decoy him. They can run him out of the backfield. Hell, they can hand the ball off to him if they'd like. They have a lot of options. It's a creative offense. So I'm very curious to see how it gets to play out. But I guess my question for you is, are you more confident in the Lions, let's say, hypothetical here, if Travis Etienne doesn't play? And
yes,
again, he's
absolutely. I think that speaks to, if you look at the Jags, they're 1-4 this year on the road. So they haven't been that great on the road. The Lions are 2-4 at home. They played some tough teams at home. And if you look at how similar both of these teams are, not only their record, they're both 4-7. Trevor Lawrence, Jared Goff, they have basically the same amount of touchdowns. Jared has 17, Trevor has 16. They have basically the same amount of interceptions. Jared has 7, Trevor Lawrence has 6. Basically the same amount of passing yards. Travis Etienne, 728 rushing yards. Jamal, 734 rushing yards. You look at the receivers. Christian Kirk, 725 receiving yards. Amon St. Brown, 716 receiving yards. These teams are super similar. Now, there's more upside with Trevor Lawrence and Jared Goff, but statistically, both these teams are very close in looking at all the statistics. So defensively, it's a tough one. I mean, if you look at sacks given up, sacks on opposing quarterbacks, both these teams are super close in what they can do. So it really is. It's much closer than people think. I think the only advantage the Lions have right now is they are playing at home, and the Jags this year haven't been the greatest on the road. So the Lions have that going for them. But yeah, Travis Etienne, if he plays or not, it's a big difference.
All right, fair enough. Let's go to Terrell out in Florida. Terrell, you're on the morning show. Welcome back, buddy. What do you got for us?
Hey, good morning, fellas. Good morning. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Awesome. I'm fantastic. We're going to keep it real positive this morning because I'm in a good-ass mood, even though I had to get up early. So, look. So, I know that everybody is all hyped, and they want the Lions to win, and we want to go on a little playoff run because we've been tortured for most of our lives. I get it. But in my personal opinion, and y'all can be wrong if you want, it's perfectly fine. But in my opinion, as long as the kids go out there and they play good, if we lose the game, I'm fine with it. The only thing that's going to piss me off that could possibly happen in this game is if Coach Campbell goes out there and butt-fucks the clock again. If he doesn't do that, and he just coaches a good game, and we lose, I'm good with it. I just want the kids to go out there and play hard, show up, build on the season. Because, bro, next year, when Brad has 6 picks in the top 3 rounds and our salary cap is not a clusterfuck anymore, bro, next year it's going to be on.
You know
so
what, Terrell?
I can't
think
wait.
You're spot on. What I would say, though, is I'm with you on I don't want to see any clock management issues anymore.
No.
We're done.
No.
Grow up. It's a year and a half in. You have coached, let's see, you're 4-7, 17 last year. So you've coached 11 and 17, 28 games. You've coached 28 games now. I don't need the child shit anymore. I don't need the, I'm being aggressive. I want an extra possession. Shut the fuck up and go to halftime. All right, and play defense. That's what I need you to do, Dan Campbell, moving forward. Having said that, look, I'm not sure how I feel. I don't want to sit here and say I want them to lose because you know what, Terrell? 4 weeks ago they were 1-6, and I wasn't happy at all. And all I was asking for was improvement. And then they went on a 3-game winning streak. And I did see improvement. And I saw improvement in coaching. And then, of course, on Thursday night, on the Thursday Thanksgiving game, you see the old PTSD return in Dan Campbell, clock management going into half, the fourth quarter management, whatever you want to call it. I just want to stop. I want to stop seeing all that. And if that means they pick at number 8 or number 13, to me, it doesn't matter because Brad Holmes is the GM. I'm not going to sit here and cry draft pick because I know the Rams are going to lose every single one of their games the rest of the way. They're going to be 3-14. And if Houston wins like I expect them to this weekend, that Rams pick might be 2. Damn it, dare I say 1. So I'm not going to get caught up in telling or expecting this team to lose as long as they play well. I want to see them win. I want to see them progress because if they're not winning and they're not progressing, Terrell, well, I'm going to be up here being an asshole about the head coach. So I don't want to have to do that.
Me too. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I don't want them to lose. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, as long as they go out there and they keep progressing, I'm good. But, yeah, bro, I think the Bears are going to win a couple games. I'm pretty sure that we're locked into the number 2 pick. And, boy, you put Will Anderson or Carter on that line, I can't wait, bro. I'm hyped.
Appreciate the call, Terrell. Enjoy the rest of your morning. I love the energy.
Yes, sir.
Take care, buddy. Yep. Yeah, look, I mean, that's where most fans are, I would say. Maybe,
yeah.
If I were to put a pulse on the fan base at the moment.
Yeah, progression's important, but also with progression, you got to win. I think you can't just keep saying progression. Yeah, players can get better, but if they're getting better, you expect results to be a W in the win column.
Funky says, if you're done with clock management issues, you shouldn't watch the NFL anymore. A lot of these teams seem to be having these issues. See, I would phrase that differently, Funky, because you're right. And hear me out. This is next level shit, by the way. I just thought of this. I can't believe it. I'm quite impressed with myself for this. All right, you guys ready for this?
You're even standing.
I'm going to say it slowly. All right? And we're all going to say it together. Kumbaya around the campfire, okay? I want everybody to repeat after me. All right? Fish, turn on your mic. You and Jeff. Fletch, damn it, you too, buddy.
Okay.
Everybody repeat after me. Okay? There are good teams,
good teams,
and bad teams.
And bad teams.
In the NFL.
In the
National
NFL.
Football League.
Okay. Fish, NFL, not National Football League, you dickhead. All right. Repeat after me, I said. The good teams
The good teams.
The good teams
have good clock management.
have good clock management.
The bad teams
Bad teams
have poor clock management and are poorly disciplined.
Are
That's
the
kinda
Detroit
long.
Lions that don't have
So
good
let's
clock
try to
management.
be the good fucking teams that don't fuck the clock and don't fuck themselves over. And you don't have to repeat this, guys.
I'm
and
not.
don't be the fucking bad team that makes all the mistakes, takes a Colt 45 and shoots themselves in the fucking dick. How about we stop doing that, huh?
I
Cool.
would
All right,
hope we
kumbaya
stop doing
moment.
that.
Everybody, fish, mute your mic, shut the hell up,
Oh,
go grab
great.
some marshmallows or something. We're going to take a
How
quick
about
break. When we
marshmallows?
get
Do you have
back...
any?
When we get back, Aidan Hutchinson out for revenge. Travon Walker, Aidan Hutchinson, picks 1 and 2 in the 2022 NFL Draft. We'll preview that matchup and why I think, Jeff, Aidan Hutchinson is a lock for a certain prop bet this weekend. I'm excited for it. It's going to be fun. But before we go, Jeff, the best defense on and off the field.
Well, let me tell you about them. It's Guardian Alarm because, guys, Guardian Alarm will protect your house while you're staying inside, away from the cold weather. If you call 1-800-STAY-OUT today, and you can rest easy knowing you have 24/7 protection. That's 1-800-STAY-OUT. Let them know your friends at Woodward Sports sent you.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff-A Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward in Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff-A Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Kroger's, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Check out Moneyball Sportswear because it is your one-stop shop. Whether you want the latest look in athletic apparel or you need new uniforms for your team, Moneyball has it all. Stop in Moneyball showroom in Southfield and experience the only way to ball, or visit moneyballsportswear.com.
All right, look at Fish finally messing up like he usually does on the job. Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show live! Woodwardsports.com, 8:33 on a beautiful Friday morning. I am so very excited. Aidan Hutchinson.
Yes.
Made some interesting comments yesterday about, feeling a sort of way that he expected to be drafted by the Jaguars for months. And then, of course, draft day comes along, and it is Travon Walker. Yes, Travon Walker, who goes number 1 overall to the Jacksonville Jaguars, leaving Aidan Hutchinson alone on an island for the Detroit Lions to swoop in and save. So, well, let's see how it's played out since Travon Walker came out really explosive. A coming out party, week 1 gets a sack, fumble recovery, the world is ending. Travon Walker was the right pick. Aidan Hutchinson's a bust. We should have taken Travon Walker even though he wasn't available. That whole thing happened. And since then, he's only had a sack and a half. And since then, he's really done a bunch of nothing. Had an interception that first game as well.
But he had it against the Commanders, which Aidan had 3 sacks in the first half against.
That is very true.
They were getting exposed.
And on the season, he's got 2.5 sacks compared to Aidan's 5. He's got fewer interceptions. Actually, let me phrase it a different way. He's got half the sacks Aidan Hutchinson has. He has half the interceptions Aidan Hutchinson has. And he doesn't have nearly as many fumble recoveries or anything else that you want to statistically put up as Aidan Hutchinson. So, through 13 weeks of the NFL season, if you were to ask me, hey, Adam, how are the 2 first overall picks doing? Well, they're doing pretty damn good so far. I don't think if you're Jacksonville, you're actually freaking out about Travon Walker yet. I think everybody agreed on draft day it was the high ceiling guy. It was the intangibles, the physique, the speed, the agility. And then you thought Aidan Hutchinson would just be another white guy that would be okay in the NFL. But it turned out he's actually pretty damn good. Better than a white guy. Better than a typical white guy. So here we are. It's actually a lot better. And my question to you this morning, Jeff, and really to all of you is, happy with Aidan so far?
Oh, no question.
Has he delivered? Number 2 overall pick. What are we, 11 games in? 11 games, 5 sacks, 2 picks. Anybody? Anybody have anything to say on that? I'm just very curious. Has he delivered up to your expectations prior to the season? Because there's been a lot of inconsistent play. Let's be fair, right? He's gone stretches where he's been really nowhere to be found. And then you see him perform against Dallas, and then it's Washington, and it's, games against Green Bay, a game against Chicago, the game-winning sack. So, it is sporadic, but he's a rookie. And that's what I expect. And when we talk about Defensive Rookie of the Year, this is why Sauce Gardner is number 1, and it's not changing. Because Sauce Gardner right now is a top 5 corner in the NFL.
Yeah, he's different.
Aidan Hutchinson isn't even top 15. Maybe
But
top 20.
I think the thing you could say for him is there's a lot of good edge rusher play this year.
A lot of good corners.
Tons of good. Like Jalen Ramsey's having a terrible season.
I understand.
Like,
there should be a lot of good corners. I would say there's 6, 7, 8 very good corners.
Right.
And for him to step in day 1 and already be not only top 5, I think he's top 2. And I could really make the case Sauce right now is playing at 1. Who's playing better than him? Surtain just got burnt by Devontae Adams. Who's playing better than Sauce Gardner right now? Giving up 7 yards all year in man coverage.
Yeah, it's insane.
So when we talk about Defensive Rookie of the Year, Aidan was my pick before the year. But I'm sorry, there's clearly the Defensive Rookie of the Year out in New York. He's unbelievable. Mm-hmm. He's literally building his own island, and he's been exceptional. And that's what you want out of a top 5 pick.
Yeah, Revis would be proud. He's doing it in New York.
So are you happy with Aidan so far? That's the question this morning. Are you happy with his production, and what are you expecting in, quote, this revenge game, Jeff?
Well, yes, I am happy with his production. And 2 players we often compared him to coming out that were drafted at number 2 were Nick Bosa and Chase Young. Both those guys in their rookie years. Chase Young, 7.5 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries. He had a monster. He won Defensive Rookie of the Year. And Aidan right now has 2 sacks less than that and 2 more interceptions. So Aidan, still 6 games left. He could still add to his resume. Nick Bosa, his rookie year, 9 sacks, 1 forced fumble. He had an interception as well. Aidan's in that class of guys. So again, the fact of the matter is those guys didn't have a Sauce Gardner in their class that has been consistent all year. That's really Aidan's biggest competitor. But I'm happy with it. If he ends his rookie year with similar numbers than Chase Young and Nick Bosa, I don't think anybody would be displeased with that. Especially considering there's games early in the year where you wanted Aidan to be more consistent. But look at him now. He's been more consistent lately. So
it's fair enough. I think Josh S. in the Woodward Sports chat has a very good point. He says, seriously, overrating Sauce. He's good, but he's not the best in the league. And you know what, Josh? I did some self-reflecting here. And, after reading your stupid-ass comment, I've decided that you're wrong. And you're wrong because he's the number 1 graded cornerback in the NFL right now, according to PFF. He is the number 1 rated cover corner in the NFL, according to PFF. And he's ahead of L'Jarius Sneed, Isaiah Rodgers, Jalen Ramsey, Patrick Peterson, Charvarius Ward, Patrick Surtain II, DJ Reed, his teammate, Trent McDuffie, Jared Alexander, Stephon Gilmore. You name him, he's ahead of him. And no, he's not top 5. He's 1, motherfuckers. So yeah, I think he's playing arguably at a number one level. I think he's the best corner in the NFL right now. Not Travon Diggs, not anybody else. Who is playing at a higher level than Sauce Gardner? No other corners. It's that simple. Who's playing at a higher level than Aidan at his position? There's a lot of guys. And yes, pass rusher, more competitive position, right? But still. I think that award is locked, sealed, and done. It's over with. That is Sauce's award to lose. It would take him not playing the rest of the year, or for him to suddenly look like Jeff Okudah did his rookie year. That's what it would take for maybe Aidan Hutchinson to have a chance, or if Aidan just got 2 sacks every single game the rest of the year. Who knows? Having said that, I'm expecting a big game from Aidan.
Yeah, me too.
I am. I do think if you want to take a prop bet on Aidan getting a sack, so over 0.5, I would do that bet. I would do it in a heartbeat. And again, to Aidan's faults, he has been inconsistent. He has been a guy where he'll go 2-3 games without a sack, and then boom, he'll get you the sack, and then it's a 2-sack performance.
Yeah, a sack and a half against Dallas.
And then you get nothing, and then it's a 3-sack performance, and you get nothing. It's a sack. Not ideal, but if we're having an honest conversation, I think this is one of his quote breakout games.
Yeah,
this is lined up perfectly for him. Not one of the better offensive lines in the league. We had this conversation back early in the season against Seattle, if you recall, with the 2 rookie tackles. Jacksonville is a favorable matchup for this front seven. And you are looking at guys like James Houston. But for me, Aidan Hutchinson, go be the game wrecker. Go be the guy that's going to change the game. Whether you're supporting the supporting the run defense, or you are just wreaking havoc. And again, it doesn't just need to be a sack. Get pressure on Trevor Lawrence.
That's it.
Get him off his timing.
Get him uncomfortable.
Get him off his rhythm. And if you make him uncomfortable, you're going to see the Trevor Lawrence that you've been accustomed to seeing over the last year and a half. Because the guy, the last 3 games, more than capable of beating you at home. So, very, very interesting matchup. Let's see what Josh had to say. I don't think I saw him respond, unfortunately. No, he didn't respond. That's unfortunate. Oh, well. Oh, well. I guess Sauce Gardner isn't good. Guess he's not good at all. What are you going to do? Can't win them all. All right, let's take a quick break. When we get back, Cade McNamara, the greatest Michigan quarterback in program history. Unfortunately, he was robbed of the Heisman last year.
Jesus.
Unfortunately, he lost his job due to injury, not because the kid was better than him. And unfortunately, he had to transfer. So, he's going to go to one of the most potent air raid offenses in all of college football in Iowa.
One of the best schools, by the way.
Shut up, Fish.
They're always ranked high in the top 10. No, seriously, people rank them high every year. They always say, I was coming back, and they always choke. Every year. You know this. Every year people are like, Iowa's great. They're going to beat Michigan. They're going to beat Michigan State. They're going to beat Ohio State. They're this great football team. Yee-haw! We love the corn. And then they choke and lose, and then you don't hear from them until next year.
I think they just suck, Fish.
No, Jeff, you know too. Every year, every September and October, you hear Iowa fans saying, Michigan, you better watch out. We're coming for you. And then all of our fans waving in the first quarter.
Buddy, but just shut the hell up, mute your mic, and just go talk about soccer or something else, not college football. Having said that, we'll talk about shut the hell up. We'll talk about Cade Cunningham. We'll preview the Big Ten Championship game coming up in a little bit. Blake Corum out for the season. Yep. Still not sure on that scenario. We'll get to that second hour. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun show. I'm excited. 8:43. But before we go, Jeff, tell everybody at home about our good friends over at Big Boy.
Well, Fish, to relieve all that stress, you got to go to Big Boy. For a limited time only, you can check out Big Boy's all-new burgers and loaded fries because, guys, it's not just a Slim Jim. It's the Big Jim. They have the chili cheeseburger as well as the bacon blue. You can also upgrade those fries, by the way. Chili cheese fries, baked potato fries, nacho fries. Satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
When it comes to making your haircut truly an experience, there's no better place than Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Come to any one of our 26 Metro Detroit locations for an award-winning haircut experience and qualify for a chance to win a down payment for your dream home up to $200,000. Our precision haircut and talented stylists will have you looking good, feeling good, and give you a chance to change your life forever. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Let me tell you about our friends at Chili Peppers Tanning, because it's where you'll find all the cleanest salons in the D with spotless sanitized rooms and trained and certified tanning professionals. You could join the Pepper Club for all the best deals. They'll beat all competitors by $5. ChiliPeppersTanning.com. Hottest bulbs, hottest deals, darkest tans. Your Vitamin D headquarters, 27 locations and more on the way.
Chili Peppers Tan.
Jellyfish.
All right, shut the hell up, fish. Me and Mike.
Don't do fish
Can
like
I
that.
talk about something since
No.
you're in pause? Okay.
No. Cade McNamara announces he will be transferring to Iowa. And first of all, before we get into the shenanigans, good for him. Good for him. I think he's earned the right to transfer. It's his right as a college athlete. And we'll go from there. Cade McNamara, arguably the greatest quarterback to ever set foot in the big house. Robbed of the Heisman last year. Bryce Young did not deserve it more than Cade McNamara did. Cade McNamara unfortunately lost his job this year due to injury, not because the kid younger than him was better. And it's unfortunate because Michigan just lost any hope of ever winning anything significant without Cade McNamara as their quarterback. And now he's going to go to Iowa, one of the top 5 offenses in the country. Air raid offense, full of unbelievable weapons, and it's the perfect offense for him. It is the perfect offense. Now, jokes aside. Jokes aside. Iowa? That's where you transferred? Are you kidding me?
Wait, Adam.
Iowa!
Adam, the same.
You fuckhead!
The same Iowa.
The same Iowa that throws the ball 12 times a game? That scores 4 points a game?
Well, the same Iowa that's ranked 123rd nationally in scoring and 122nd nationally in passing.
Who's advising him? Look, I'm not the biggest Cade McNamara fan. That doesn't seem like a smart move to me. And look, if he has... Again, I don't know his goals and aspirations in life. But if it's to make it to the NFL, you're not making it to the NFL being the starting quarterback at Iowa.
But
what?
But their offense kind of does fit Cade a little bit.
Yeah, not throwing the football.
Be a game manager.
Perfect offense.
Yeah, be a game manager. He's
hey, draft me in the NFL. Oh, why? Why would we do that? Well, because look at my tape at Iowa. Well, there isn't any. Oh, well, that's the point. So you don't know.
Well, hey, you can at least agree it's an upgrade over Spencer Petras.
Of course it is.
5
No,
touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
He is
on
a
the year.
much better quarterback. Yeah. He will be a good game managing quarterback for them. How they're going to figure out their jokes aside, they're going to be a much better offense with him. 100%.
Yes.
They will be a much more controlled offense, a more disciplined offense. But I don't see that offensive line the way I look at Michigan. I don't see Blake Corum in the backfield. I don't see Hassan Haskins. I don't see Donovan Edwards. I don't see Ronnie Bell, Andrell Anthony, Eric Hall. Well, again, I am not his advisor. But if I was, hey, Cade, let's go to a Big 12 school. Let's go to a Pac-12 school.
Right.
Let's go to a school that you're going to be able to throw the ball 25, 27 times a game.
I picked Nevada. That was just one I threw out there.
Let's go there, Cade, and let's go get ready for the NFL. Let's go get some tape on you throwing the football 20-plus times a game. Let's go debunk the narrative that you're just a game-managing quarterback. I don't know. Maybe I'm a bad advisor.
Was it?
I think he rushed to make the decision before the college football playoff even plays out. Again, Iowa, good school. They treat kids who are sick very nice. That's a nice thing they do. I think it's one of the coolest things in sports. Having said that, yep, the wave. Having said that, Iowa? Bro, go. Iowa? That was the big move? That was you're going to mic drop on social media? Yeah, I'm going to Iowa.
I kind of thought.
What?
Listen, because I was looking at the.
That's like your kid coming home at 18 years old saying, "Mom, Dad, I just got into community college." Okay? Everybody does, you fuckhead. Jesus Christ. Iowa. That was the bold move? And I don't care. Iowa's going to suck either way, but my goodness. That's the move where you're going to showcase your talent that you believe you have? God. Whoever's advising him. God, at me, please. Would love to have a conversation on how you came to this decision. Iowa. That is the equivalent of the number one prospect coming out of high school, excuse me.
Yeah.
5-star recruit. Saban wants him. Dabo wants him. Lincoln Riley wants him. You know what the kid says? He says, "Hey, Lincoln Riley, I don't care that the last 3 quarterbacks you've coached have all won the Heisman. Hey, Nick Saban, take your national championship, shove them up your ass. Hey, Dabo, you and your stupid run down that hill. I don't want it." And then that number one prospect coming out of high school, 5-star recruit. You know where he goes, Jeff? He goes to Army, where they run the wishbone. That's where he goes. He goes to Georgia Tech.
You're not mad, you're just disappointed. At least you'll get to see Michigan versus Iowa. Cade versus JJ.
They're not playing the next 2 years. He
Okay,
picked
well,
the right school. They don't play for the next 2 years.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. It's a good fit. And listen, Iowa, it's a win for them. Cade McNamara is better than any quarterback they have currently on the roster. So
Michigan scored more in the second half against Ohio State than Iowa did all year.
Now, statistically,
that was the decision.
Statistically, it's not a great decision, but just a little confusing. We'll see.
Lord have mercy on me.
Maybe Cade's slinging it for Iowa. You never know.
Maybe he is. Maybe he is. Who knows? Blake Corum, he's going to undergo knee surgery. And what I tell you when it happened, that to me, as someone, from my personal experience, I've had that same injury.
Right.
If it was a hyperextended knee, it was 4 to 6 weeks. And what tends to happen when you extend your knee, your MCL, which is basically essentially in the front of your knee, tears. It's typically, again, some people get lucky. You never know. In his case, it could be an ACL. But the way his knee, let's just call it what it is, that didn't look good. The way it hyperextended. I mean, I came up here Monday, Jeff. I said he's done. There's no chance. He suits up for Ohio State. Gets a carry, he's done. No chance. You can't run on that knee the way he runs.
Right.
Now, if you want to be literally a linear object and just move in one direction and never cut and never plant your foot in the ground and just run into the literal center every time, you can do that. You can get away with that. But you're not going to do anything. You can't make anybody miss. You're just running into people. So he's going to be out for the season, and if there is one silver lining here, Michigan fans, and I'm curious what all of you think. Phone lines are open. Call in and talk to me about Michigan. The one thing I am curious about, and the one thing that I would say is a silver lining, is that Donovan Edwards is back. And you saw what he did against Ohio State. What was the conversation before the Ohio State game? If Corum can't play and Edwards isn't ready, you really trust Gash and CJ Stokes? That's your backfield against Ohio State? You wouldn't have been confident. Corum gives it a go, can't do it. Donovan Edwards, let's just call it what it is, broke out on the final 2 carries of the game.
Right.
Struggled to run the ball for the most part, but the passing game was exceptional. It was phenomenal. And the defense was very good. So they found a way to win the game, but Blake Corum, to me, I think he's done for the season. Even if he gets some way gets surgery and they're going to try to turn him around 4 to 6 weeks, he won't be the same. He won't be ready. So if I'm advising him, you got to shut it down. I know it hurts. I know it sucks. I would love to see Blake Corum play in the college football playoff, hell, the national championship game if they win it. The reality is that type of knee injury, you don't recover quickly from. Again, they've been very hush-hush about it. Is it an MCL? Is it an ACL? Is it just, quote, a hyperextended knee? Whoever's advising him, and again, I condemn... God bless him, he tried to suit up for Ohio State. That was the wrong decision with that type of injury.
Right.
That could get so much worse with one wrong step. And that's why they sat him after. He took one carry, and they're like, yeah, it's not feeling right. I can't do this. All right, cool. Sit on the sideline. It's going to be tough.
But when you have a guy like Donovan Edwards...
Oh, yeah, you're confident still.
Yeah, it makes a decision a little more easier to digest. So, I think he'll be fine.
He'll be
fine. But it's a tough
but
loss, though. It really is.
It does hurt. It does hurt. He is the guy. I'm betting a PCL or a fractured kneecap. If it was a fractured kneecap, he would have already been announced out for the year.
He wouldn't even have played Ohio State.
Because that's what kept Patrick Mahomes out, I believe, for, 6-8 weeks? And you can recover from a fractured kneecap. Oh, wait, I apologize. I think Mahomes had a dislocated kneecap.
Yeah, it went to his back of his leg.
Big difference, yep. So he would be out for the season if it was a fractured kneecap.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even let him suit up because one touch to the knee and he's done. It's that simple. But let's go to the people. Who do we got calling in, Fish? Who's the 423 number? You want to do your job and answer the phones or no? Up to you. People are calling in, and I can't answer them if I don't know their names.
I see that. I'm doing my job.
All right. We'll do it quickler. Quickler.
Quickler,
please. Gosh. Blake needs to think about his long-term future and sit out. Just focus on recovery and next season, whether it's back at Michigan or the NFL. Joey, very, very good point. Let's talk about the real Cade Cunningham. Cade McNamara, Iowa. What a decision. I mean, you know what, Scott? Let's bring Scott on. Scott, you're on the morning show. What do you got for us, buddy? Your thoughts on Cade McNamara going to Iowa and Blake Corum's injury. What do you got? You want to do your job, Fish, and send him through or no?
I did, you get back.
Scott, you there, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, gentlemen? What are you doing today?
Good.
Oh, it's a Friday. It's about to be a beautiful weekend. I think Michigan's about to go all the way up to the national title, even though we ain't got Blake Corum. Donovan Edwards showed that he can step up and get the job done on last Saturday against the Buckeyes, so I've got faith in that too, man.
I do too. Again, if Donovan Edwards wasn't available for Ohio State, I would have felt much differently.
Oh, yeah.
But having said that, Cade McNamara, he transfers to Iowa. Your thoughts initially, Scott?
Kind of a bummer. I kind of like the kid, but I mean, it gives us a chance to spank him for the Big Ten title next year.
Yeah, I doubt Iowa are that good, but I appreciate you calling in, Scott. You have a great weekend, buddy. Enjoy.
Hey, real quick.
Yep.
With Aidan Hutchinson and the whole rookies of the year, Sauce Gardner has got to be the number one rookie of the year for the simple fact that 7 yards of man coverage.
Yep.
But pull heavyweights. Go by the numbers. Look what Kayvon Thibodeau has done. Look what Travon Walker has done compared to Aidan Hutchinson just within this first year.
Oh, yeah, he's number 2 by a landslide. Kayvon Thibodeau and Travon Walker, I believe if you add up their sacks, it's not even close to what Aidan Hutchinson has. I believe combined they have 3.5, and Aidan's at 5. So, yeah, look, Aidan Hutchinson is the clear number 2. The problem is Sauce Gardner is just the obvious number 1, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh, yeah, for sure, without a doubt. You gentlemen have a wonderful weekend.
You too, Scott. Appreciate the call, buddy. All right, let's take a quick pause. When we get back, we'll go to James, Logan, and Harry. Everybody, thank you patiently waiting on the line. We will get to you guys in just a second. Michigan versus Purdue, Big Ten Championship game. We'll talk about that. We'll go to the people, your thoughts on Michigan. And then we'll go around the NFL, circle back on the Lions. It's going to be a great second hour. I can't wait. But before we go, Jeff, our good friends over at Swiss Insurance.
Well, guys, let me point you to the right insurance company. It's Swiss Insurance, because with the holiday season here, Swiss Insurance wants to remind you you can insure those gifts of jewelry or collectibles. In the last 2 weeks, Swiss has saved its clients on an average of 26% on their insurance premiums while increasing coverage at the same time. It's a lot of money to free up for the giving season. Merry Christmas from Swiss Insurance.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff-A Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward in Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff a Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Get a shot up. This is for the win.
All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Open all winter long. Winter bumper cars, you name it, they got it. Bedrock Detroit brings you the Cadillac Lodge and the Monroe Street Midway. Shop, eat, and play downtown. Winter bumper cars, a giant slide, indoor arcades, grab drinks and food all before and after the games. Check them out or visit bedrockdetroit.com. All right, we're back. 9:01 Friday morning, live woodwardsports.com. Let's go to the people. Logan, you're on the morning show. Good morning. How you doing? Hey. What do you got for us, buddy?
Good morning. How you guys doing?
Always good. Always good.
How are you, Logan?
I'm doing well. So, first thing I wanted to say, I just wanted to give you guys your flowers. I really appreciate what you guys do. The show every morning, 8 to 10, even all the other shows. But I specifically really enjoyed this one. I enjoy starting my morning off listening to you guys. So, once again, thank you guys.
Yeah, we appreciate your support, man. What do you want to talk about?
I just want to talk about Michigan football. My first game ever was that Michigan-Illinois game this year. I've lived in Tennessee since I was 5, so I've never had the luxury of getting to the big house until a couple weeks back. But I saw that Blake Corum injury live, and the whole stadium just went dead silent. Yeah. Like all the energy got sucked out of the stadium. But when he came back out in that second half, I was hopeful, that everything was going to be good. Then that news came out yesterday, so that was heartbreaking, especially with his story, how much work he put in. That really sucks. So that being put aside, I still think we have a real legitimate shot of, accomplishing all the goals that Jim talked about in preseason, winning the Big Ten, winning the playoff game, winning the national championship. So I think that's all very possible, and the offensive philosophy really will have to change.
Yeah.
But just showing the confidence that JJ was putting out there, Donovan stepping up, I just feel like there's a real legit chance that nothing will really waver in terms of the expectations and the goals for this team. And that's really exciting because for my whole life, I'm 22. I turned 23 Saturday. My whole life, Michigan has been getting run off the field in any close game. We'll win 10 games a year, and then we'll lose a big-time game, and then we're instantly dropped out of the top 15 or whatever. No love, no credit.
Well, look, first, happy early birthday, number one. Thank you. Number two, thank you for saying what you did about the expectation not changing, because I'm with you. I still think not only Michigan win on Saturday, I think they do beat a TCU, a USC, and you know what? If it plays out the way it does, and let's say Ohio State sneaks in and it's a repeat of that in the semifinal, I still would pick Michigan after what I saw. Especially, again, if Donovan Edwards is available. He's the key factor, because if you told me pre-Ohio State, which was likely the case, we weren't sure, that Blake Corum wasn't going to play and Donovan Edwards would be limited,
right?
That is a tough sell in the horseshoe with the team that you have never shown us you can throw the ball, even though the guy at quarterback is more than capable. Well, you opened up the offense a little bit, and what do you know? You threw the ball all over Ohio State, and now you have this element of, I don't want to call it an element, I'll call it a dynamic, a new dynamic that makes your football team much more dangerous, on top of the way they run the ball, control the line of scrimmage, play very good defense. So I'm with you, Logan. My expectations are not changing for Michigan. I think if there was ever a year to get to the Natty, forget winning it, get to one, which means you have to win your conference and you have to win a college football playoff game. This is it. This is the team. This is the quarterback. This is the coach. This is the defense. This is the tools that are around that offense, even without Blake, which is a horrible situation. Even without Blake, I still think you're getting to the national championship this year, no?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I really feel like just the body of work that we've put up into this point, the defense stepping up, like the whole idea of having a no-star or a no-name defense, as they've been calling it. I mean, Mike Morris has 7.5 sacks. That's half of what Aidan Hutchinson had, all of last year with like 15+. So it's just guys from everywhere stepping up, making plays. And really guys before the year that we weren't expecting to step up into these roles on the defensive side, just kind of changes the whole dynamic of the team for me. I mean, we lost 8 starters last year. So to have this defense and the team in general just playing at the level that it is, I think you're 100% right. If any year is the year, it's got to be this one, no doubt.
100%. Appreciate the call, Logan. You have a great rest of your weekend, buddy.
Appreciate you, Logan.
Enjoy the game.
You guys.
Yep.
See ya.
And another point, obviously he makes great points about just the depth Michigan has. I mean, even without Mike Morris against Ohio State, guys stepped up. And Mike Morris being your guy who has the most sacks on your football team speaks to the depth Michigan has. And again, even without Blake Corum, I'm with Logan here. The expectations do not change. Donovan Edwards is more than capable of having big performances moving forward. So I think you're speaking some facts, man. Michigan I would still roll with them to beat a TCU or a USC just because of the depth they have, no doubt.
And again, a healthy Donovan Edwards, you'll be able to run the ball. Let's not forget, you have a month to recover after this game.
Right.
You go take care of business against Purdue, you have a month. Donovan Edwards will be healthy, Corum will be out, and you will find a way. You'll find a game plan. You'll find what you want to do against TCU or USC, whoever it may be, maybe Ohio State. Having said that, I want to talk about not only this championship game. There's one tonight, Jeff. USC, Utah. Rematch. Last time they played in Utah, Connor Kincaid, is it Connor Kincaid? I think I'm messing this up. Kincaid, the tight end. My God, I can't believe I'm forgetting his first name. Kincaid, the tight end, had one of the best performances we've seen from any tight end all season long. That was impressive. You had Caleb Williams, like usual, deliver a Heisman-esque performance, and it took a 2-point conversion at the end of the game for Utah to win it. And they did. And Utah were the favorites that game. And now they're meeting in the conference championship game, Jeff. And my question to you is, should a 2-loss USC, should a 1-loss TCU, potentially, get in over a 2-loss Alabama or a 1-loss Ohio State?
That's the tough part, right? Because you're punishing a team for playing in their conference championship, but if USC loses, you're looking at their losses, 2 losses to Utah rather than Ohio State's their only losses to Michigan, which is the number 2 team in the country. So you could certainly make a case that Ohio State could be in the playoff. Me and you are in lockstep here. I don't want to punish a team for playing in their conference championship. I don't think the top 4 changes, but you never know with the committee. I mean, Ohio State...
The committee have positioned it, in my opinion, to let Ohio State in if USC loses.
I agree. And I don't agree with it, but that's what we're dealing with here.
That's what we're dealing with, and the reality is I don't think it's going to happen, though.
Right.
I think USC are a lock tonight. I really do.
I don't think they lose twice to Utah.
Hard to beat a team twice in a single year. And that's, if Michigan fans want to be upset about something, Ohio State getting in after you embarrass them in the horseshoe, they get in what? Because TCU or USC loses in a conference championship game? It doesn't make sense to me. But having said that, tough to beat a team twice, any year. Georgia last year with Alabama. Georgia lost to Alabama in the conference championship game. Let's not forget that.
Right.
Alabama was the big dog. Georgia won the national championship. Handily.
Well, Jameson Williams, John Mechie,
I
those
understand.
guys were injured.
I understand, but still.
You're right. Correct. Yeah. You're correct.
That matters.
Yeah.
Tough to beat a team twice, man.
Very tough.
Utah going to beat USC? I doubt it. Do I expect TCU to win on Saturday? I do. Do I expect Georgia to win? Yes, I do.
I think TCU's in there no matter what. Even if they lose.
I think they can afford to lose, too. I think they would fall to 4.
Yeah.
Ohio State maybe would move up to 3.
Yeah.
Having said that, I'm going USC, Georgia, TCU, Michigan, all to win. All the favorites. I don't see the committee shaking up anything. I think all the teams take care of business. I think Caleb Williams locks the Heisman tonight. I think Michigan dominate Purdue. I think Georgia win handily against LSU. Family. I think TCU probably win that Big 12 championship game pretty damn easily.
Yeah. And one thing for Michigan, obviously, you can't overlook Purdue. Let's be honest here. They're going to take care of Purdue. What I can appreciate is following the game at Ohio State, J.J. McCarthy taking the hat off, saying, job's not finished. Taking a page out of Kobe Bryant's book and showing that the team's that focused, not even the college football playoff, but winning the Big Ten again, that should give Michigan fans confidence. They're not overlooking Purdue. You know, they're not they beat Ohio State, but now it's on to Purdue. How can we take care of Purdue? And I think that's the right mindset to approach this game with. So I'm with you. I think all teams win their conference championship games, and it stays as it is in the top 4. Nothing changes. I don't think Ohio State should or will overtake either USC or Utah. So,
all right,
that's how it'll be.
All right, I am good with that. Let's take a quick pause. When we get back, let's bring it all back in. Let's go around the NFL. Let's get back to the Lions. Lions, Jaguars this weekend. The Jags 1-point favorites against the hometown Detroit Lions. What are your expectations for Sunday? Start calling in. We'll take callers around 9:13, 9:14. Your expectations for this Sunday for the Detroit Lions. Of course, 9:41 will give away our best bets of the day, of the weekend as well, and then we'll do game predictions on the show. But before we go, I got to tell you about our good friends over at Planet Fitness, your home of the judgment-free zone. Your fitness is essential. Sign up today, $10 a month. Upgrade to the Black Card membership, and, well, you get access to the spa, the sauna. You get access to all the club perks that are worth it. So sign up today. What are you waiting for? In-store or by visiting them at planetfitness.com.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
At Alta, uptime matters. Alta Equipment has everything you need to get the job done. If you have a big project coming up, Alta has you covered. Call them today, 844-GO-TO-ALTA. That's 844-GO-TO-ALTA today.
Woo! 9:13, woodwardsports.com. Who won Thursday Night Football last night, says Max? Buffalo Bills did. Buffalo Bills did. And the AFC wildcard picture is now becoming more clear. The Bills putting pressure on the Miami Dolphins, who play the San Francisco 49ers. The AFC is going to be a fun watch down the stretch. But let's go around the NFL a little bit. We'll start in the division. Okay. Green Bay visits the Chicago Bears. And this is a battle of the suck, right? But unfortunately, during these battle of the sucks, one of these teams have to win. That being Chicago or Green Bay. So, Jeff, I'll start with you, buddy. I'm going to go Packers to win pretty easily here. Yeah. Justin Fields, I still don't think is right. We'll see if he plays or not.
Moody's out for the season. I mean, it ain't looking good. So
give me Green Bay.
Yeah.
They improved to 5-8. I still think their season is done. I don't think Green Bay win 5 in a row and somehow string along a potential playoff berth at 9-8. I just don't see it. Yeah. But they will probably beat the Chicago Bears, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Aaron Rodgers is expected to play this week. Bears have a ton of injuries. They're already not very talented already. So give me the Packers. I think they win by at least a touchdown here.
Well, let me ask you this. I brought up the wild card a little bit for the Packers, and it's unlikely. But I'm going to read you off their schedule, and you tell me how many of these games are winnable, like we did with the Lions. The Bears?
They win that game.
Rams?
They could win that game, yeah. Especially with all the injuries. Yeah, they
Rams
won't.
suck.
Yeah, they do. For Lions fans'
On
sake,
the
they
road,
win.
though, to Miami.
No.
Tough one.
No, they ain't winning that game.
Home to end the season. Home to Minnesota and home to the Lions. You think they split with both teams?
I think they lose. They lose to Minnesota. They lose to Minnesota. They lose to the Lions. So
really,
yeah.
So they go 0-2 against the Lions and the Vikings.
I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
Just because of where they're trending.
Very interesting. Okay, fair enough.
They're in a bad spot.
Fair enough. We're on the same page though. Tennessee and Philadelphia. Tennessee have been. How many weeks in a row have we talked about this? The best coach team in football, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Disciplined. They don't shy away from who they are or how they play. They don't make mistakes. They force takeaways. This is a good football team. They're well coached. They know how to win. They have their own identity, and it works. The problem is they're going up against, Jeff, maybe the best team in all of football.
Yep.
Who do you got?
I got Tennessee Titans.
Really?
Yep. And the reason
You're going
why,
up against your Phillies.
I know, but this is the reason why I don't have confidence in Philly. They've struggled to stop the run. They really have. And you have Derrick Henry visiting the Eagles. What I saw last week when the Philadelphia Eagles took on the Green Bay Packers, it didn't give me confidence for this week. I can see Tennessee winning this game, beating them slight, maybe a 27-24 victory. But give me the Titans in this one. You have C.J. Gardner-Johnson. He's currently injured. Even with Sue and Joseph, they signed those guys to be able to shore up their run defense. It hasn't really done that. So I got confidence in what the Titans have been able to do. I think they can run the ball effectively, and the Eagles, they're going to be able to keep that Eagles offense off the field. So give me the Titans here. I think it's close, though. Very, very close.
Oh, wow. Was not expecting that answer. I'm going to agree.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree. I thought I would be in the minority here.
No.
Wow. Yep, I'm going to go with Tennessee. I'm more confident in the coach, more confident in the run game. The injuries to Philly are concerning. Will Philly be able to run the ball all over Tennessee like they did last week against Green Bay? I don't believe so. Give me the Tennessee Titans. Seattle versus the Rams. This is a very important game for two reasons. Wild card implications with the Seahawks. Draft pick implications for the Rams. As much as it hurts to say you want the Seahawks to win this game, you want them to win it. One, disregard any playoff hope. That's not happening, Detroit. Get over it. You're not making the playoffs. Number one. Number two, focus on that Rams draft pick. Root against them every single week. Give me the Seahawks in this game, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm with you there. All the injuries the Rams have. Give me the Seahawks and how they've been playing. They need a win here if they want to still be alive in the NFC playoff picture. Give me the Seahawks. I think they get the job done. Rams are a disaster.
Travis Trilla in the chat dropping some knowledge. Tennessee put up 16 against a depleted Cincinnati team. Depleted Cincinnati team? Please. Enlighten me, sir. What, they're missing Jamar Chase? So the fuck what?
And Joe Mixon. But you
so
still got
Joe
Joe
Burrow's
Burrow.
been thrown for over 300 yards a game.
He's a monster.
And 12-1 or 10-1 touchdown interception ratio? Shut up. Cincinnati haven't given up a second half score only once, I believe, all season.
Yeah.
Stop it. Cincinnati are a very good football team, very complete football team, even with their injuries. Samaje Perine stepped right in. Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins didn't miss a beat. Stop it. Sam Hubbard, Trey Hendrickson, that secondary, stop it. Depleted Cincinnati team. I guess I'm not the only one that does cocaine around here. All right, next game. Miami visiting the San Francisco 49ers. This is the game of the week. This is the best matchup, right? The disciple returns to the master. Mike McDaniel comes from the Kyle Shanahan tree.
That's the game of the weekend.
Game of the weekend. Does Tua continue the streak of consecutive games with a touchdown and no interceptions? That San Francisco defense, Jeff, is legit.
It is.
I got to go with San Francisco here.
Yep.
They're home. They are the most complete team in football. They have the best roster in football. They've got one of the 5 best coaches in football. I'm rolling with the Niners.
Yeah, they have the number one defense. The 49ers, I'm going to roll with them as well. It's tough playing on the road, but it's even tougher playing in San Francisco. And obviously, Kyle Shanahan and that defense and what they've been able to do, they're gonna know what to expect from Mike McDaniels. So give me the San Francisco 49ers here. I do think it's a high-scoring game. I could see something, a 31-27 type of ending, but give me the 49ers. I have more faith in their defense. Eric Armstead will be back. He hasn't played since week 4. For a defense as good as they are, for them to get even healthier, scary, scary sight. So give me the San Francisco 49ers.
Fair enough. All right. Kansas City visiting the Cincinnati Bengals. Who do you got?
Ooh, this one's another tough one. Give me the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs here. Chiefs all year, and they just signed Melvin Gordon to the practice squad, which is interesting to say the least. But the Chiefs, they're just a better team. I know the Bengals beat them in the postseason last year, but if we're talking, who do you have more faith in? Jamar Chase coming back, his first game back, potentially. Joe Mixon will be coming back off that concussion. I have more faith in Patrick Mahomes. There's going to be a play at the end of the game that Patrick will make, and they'll get the victory here. I do think it's a close game, though. I really do.
I think you got to stop looking at my notes. Kansas City for me on the win. I do agree. There is something about this Kansas City team I can't explain. Regardless of what obstacles are in front of them, it seems Andy Reid and really Patrick Mahomes have the solutions for it. They have been solving it all year. I think they went on the road against Kansas City, and let's recap it and finalize it. Indianapolis visiting the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas heading in the right direction. Indy, not so much. Who do you got, Jeff?
Yeah, give me the Cowboys here. The Rat Jerry World. It's a Sunday night game. The Colts, as much as I think they play to their opponents, they've played well under Jeff Saturday. I don't trust them down the stretch. And if anything, I trust Dallas, which is crazy to say that, by the way. But give me Dallas. I know they're one of the most undisciplined teams in the NFL, but they got game changers, man. They got Travon Diggs and Micah Parsons. I got more faith in what the Dallas Cowboys have rather than the Colts. So give me the Cowboys here.
Yeah, I think this game is obviously a pick 'em for Dallas. But I'm going Indianapolis. I think Indianapolis and their 2-game losing streak. Dallas get upset. And this is part of one of my best bets for the next segment at 9:41. One of my best bets is Indy on the upset. I like the environment. Jonathan Taylor. I think Matt Ryan has a better game than what he did last week. That was one of, if not his worst performance I've ever seen Matt Ryan give. I don't expect them to be that bad on offense again. How are you going to limit Micah Parsons? How are you going to get Michael Pittman in space? How are you going to put up points? I do like Indianapolis' defense. Now, do I like the coaching matchup? Obviously, Mike McCarthy gets the edge there. But I'm going to roll with Indianapolis this week. I'm liking Indianapolis this week.
Mm-hmm.
Having said that, let's take a quick pause. When we get back, what are your expectations for the Detroit Lions? Phones are open, 313-552-6322. This Sunday, Jacksonville, Detroit. What are your expectations? You walk me through your Sunday in your head. Phone lines are open. Fish will answer. Let's get everybody in the chat involved. Call in, 313-552-6322. But before we go, I got to tell you where you need to go have lunch today. And that's at Cousins Maine Lobster. Their food truck. All you got to do is visit their website at cousinsmainelobster.com. Check out where their location is and go treat a couple of your coworkers. It's a Friday. Most of you probably got paid today. Go enjoy yourself. Treat yourself to a beautiful lunch, gourmet foods. Let me tell you, I had their lobster tacos, Jeff.
Delicious.
Delicious. Clam chowder? Delicious. Big fan. Big fan of them. Cousin Maine Lobster brings the best of the Maine Coast to Detroit. Try a variety of what they have to offer. And check them out at cousinsmainelobster.com.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff a Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward and Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff a Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
For a limited time only, all new burgers and loaded fries at Big Boy. It's not a Slim Jim, it's the Big Jim. The chili cheese is such a tease. Guess what else is new? The bacon blue. How about upgrading those fries? Chili cheese fries, baked potato fries, nacho fries, what will it be? Satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the three biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
All right, the official meat supplier of the Woodward Sports Network, that is The Butchery. Order online at thebutcherysl.com. Shipping included. The Butchery meats, eats, and treats. Sandwiches to die for, Wagyu meats, artisan breads, all inspired by the legendary Chef Dave. So give him a call, 248-682-COWS. That's 248-682-COWS. 9:27. Friday morning. Jeff a little under the weather. Fish being a bitch. Standard show here around Woodward Sports. Everything's going well. Hope you're all having a great Friday so far. Thank you for joining us this morning as always. Adham, Beydoun, Jeff, Iafrate. So, here's what we're going to do. Phone lines are open. Call in. 313-552-6322. This Sunday, your expectations. We did this with Buffalo. What do you want to see? What are you looking for? Who is your playmaker, your X factor? Who are you looking to see? So, James, we'll start with you. Let's go out to Central Florida. A lot of people out in Florida listening to the show. Good morning, James. How you doing, buddy?
Good morning, man. Starting my double here at the fire station, but I'm listening to you anyway.
God bless. God bless.
Interesting morning. Interesting news with Michigan and everything, but we're on the Lions right now, so I expect the Lions to win at least 3 of their next 6 games. I expect them to win this weekend. Jeff mentioned it earlier. They're pretty evenly matched teams, you know, very similar, I guess you would say.
Yep.
And this would be a big win at home for us, even though we're not playing a, you know, big-time team. We still need these wins. And if we cannot beat a team like Jacksonville, it's just going to bring us down a notch. You know, people are going to be thinking a little differently about it.
Let me ask you that. Let me ask you this, because you say they lose to Jacksonville, it takes them down a notch. What does that mean? So let's say Sunday plays out and they lose. And they lose, I won't give you a specific reason, but they don't play their best football game, right? The players don't make their plays, coaches make mistakes, whatever it may be. It's irrelevant right now. But they lose. Where does your confidence level go? Because I'm not trying to do the weekly up and down. I'm trying to stay very calm about the situation. The 3-game winning streak did help. Being 1-6 did not. But I do agree a little bit, but tell me where you're at. If they lose Sunday, where does that take you? Where's your headspace?
I just feel like we need to show a little momentum for these last 6 games. Whether we win one, lose one, win one, lose one, alternate. But the momentum and showing, the league that we can play with just about anybody. Okay, we can't win against everybody, but we can play with them. This team, Jacksonville, this is a team we should beat. I don't see why we shouldn't do that. And even though we're not 100% on offense, with J-Mo coming in, that's going to make a big difference. But I just feel like this is a winnable game for Detroit. I think Aidan's going to have a good game. He's been so inconsistent, like y'all been saying, and up and down. But he is what he is, and this is one of those games where I think he could show what he can do. and get back up in those rankings for his position.
I'm good with it. I expect Aidan to have a big game.
Yeah.
And I like the way you phrased it. It's very important for us to understand. When you lose games, again, I don't think I like to believe, and I think this is true, most of you in the chat right now, most of you watching right now, most of you listening, I think you understand how the NFL works. You don't need a guy like me to sit up here and tell you you're going to lose a lot of games every year, right? Especially with the team you have, right? Yeah, you don't need me to do that. I think you all understand this is a league where with the roster you have and the coaching ability you have, 7-8 wins is probably your ceiling at the moment.
Right.
That doesn't mean it can't improve, but, for this given year. And even teams like Buffalo, teams like San Francisco. Do we not agree San Francisco are one of the most talented teams in the NFL?
Yep.
How many losses do they have?
4.
6-4, I believe, on the year, correct? Or 7-4. Could be wrong. Regardless. Get my point here? You're going to lose games. You're going to go from being 6-3 to 6-6 like that in the NFL. Go look at the Patriots. The Jets, the Giants. This happens so quickly in the NFL. You don't need me to tell you that. So yes, you lose. How do you lose? Why do you lose? That's so important. So that's why when you just blab out or blurb out a record, that's irrelevant to me. Because I need to watch. I need to see with my own eyes, why are you losing games? Why did the Jim Caldwell teams fail in Detroit? Game management, clock management, coaching. Why did the Patricia era fail? Well, 1, coaching sucked. And 2, it was a culture killer. It wasn't a good fit. And now Dan Campbell. Why will it and why won't it work? It will work because he delivered on culture, and it will work because he's actually a very good head coach who can handle clock management, game management very well, understand where his team succeeds and where they don't, and use that to his advantage. Or it will fail because he probably did improve the culture, but he wasn't a good coach. It's that simple. The talent's going to be there. You all have been where I've been mostly. There are a few of you that disagreed with the Brad Holmes stuff early on. But come on. The talent's going to be there. 6 picks in the first 3 rounds this year. Cap space that you can be flexible and sign some good players. I don't want to hear it. Talent's going to be there. So yeah, against a team like Jacksonville, and it's funny to say a team like Jacksonville, they're playing very good football right now. So you got to bring your A game, and you got to be able to not make mistakes to win a game like this. And if they do find a way to win, it'll be because they executed a game plan correctly and the coaches didn't make any mistakes that were insurmountable. It's very simple. It's very simple sometimes. Why is Adam so rude? Must be the way it was brought up. What? What does that mean? Must be the way it was brought up. What the hell does that mean?
Stop being rude.
Me? Never. I've never been rude a day in my life.
Yeah, Fish, is he rude?
Quit that.
Oh,
that is funny.
God.
No, I agree with the caller for the most part. I think the big thing you want to see this game on Sunday, and we'll be doing the pregame show here in the studio, so tune in for that. But to give out some of it, what I expect is Dan Campbell, you saw through the 3-game winning streak, him staying out of the team's way, right? Making all the right decisions. If you were to lose the game in any of those 3 games, but they ended up winning, but let's say they did lose one of those games, either the Packers, the Giants, you would sit there and be like, you know what? Dan isn't the reason why this team lost, right? Players weren't making plays. The Bills, I personally would give more credit to Dan for keeping them in the game, but you could certainly point to some decisions he made and have a problem with that. Going forward, I want less of that. I want less of Dan, that conversation about Dan and his game management, and more about these players continuing to get better. That's what I'm looking at. So as long as Dan continues to stay out of his way, I'm okay with it. And I think the Jags is a good way to start. 2 teams that are very similar. You're at home. They should take care of the Jags. I think it'll be close. But as long as Dan stays out of the way, because like Doug Peterson has been doing for the most part for the Jags, I think they'll be in a fine position.
All right, let's go to Harry. Harry, you're on the morning show. What do you got for us, buddy?
Yeah, I'm very excited about everything here in Michigan for sports. Even though Corum going down really kind of stunk for his chances for the Heisman, it opened up a lot of opportunity for passing game, and which is actually more dangerous going down the stretch, and I like our chances winning everything. And going to the Lions and the Pistons, we have something in common with both teams. We have great general managers that are setting up a great nucleus of young players. I love watching the Pistons, Ivy and Duran. They're both exciting players that have tons of talent, and I think we both have coaches that are in the bubble. And I think the Lions game coming up has, and the rest of the season, is a proving chance for Dan Campbell to keep his job. I think he's got a little more secure chance of keeping his than Jared Goff, and Jared's got the rest of this season to really prove if he can stay or not. So it's all exciting. It looks like the Lions should win, and I'm excited about the way the general managers are setting up these teams for right now and the future. I love your show, too.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Harry.
Appreciate you so much, Harry. You have a great weekend, buddy. Enjoy. Very interesting comment. Where do I want to take that? It is true, and yeah, the nucleus of young players is nice, but you have to have results at the end of the day. You can't just go about being your job. Hey, Fletch is a new employee here. He is such a good guy. Love having him in the office. Boy, always shows up on time. Never late to a meeting. Buys donuts for the staff every Friday. Sucks at his job, low performer. We put him in charge of sales. We haven't sold anything in 7 months.
But he's a good guy.
But he's a good guy. You want to avoid having that, right? That is not what you want. But it is not any less true of how important it is, though. Let's do some bets real quick. Let's do some World Cup bets. Then we'll take a break. So I just, full transparency, because I have to be always transparent with all of you. The last 2 days of World Cup betting have sucked. After having a 6, 7, 8 day stretch where I felt like I was God.
How do you not?
It's been rough the past 2 days. Having said that, we're going to try to keep it simple today.
Best tournament in the world.
We're going to try to keep it simple to recover and get some wins and make some money. We're not going to go all in, but we're going to try to do the right thing.
Knowing you, you're going to end up going all in anyway.
Probably. The first bet for the World Cup.
Okay.
We're going to go to the Brazil-Cameroon game.
Yep. Sounds good.
Now, Brazil are heavy favorites, and they've already qualified.
They're already in, yep.
So they don't have much to play for. But what they are going to do, and what you will see Cameroon do, in my opinion, is you'll see some goals. You will see some goals. And I'm looking at the over 2.5 goal mark right now. You can get at minus 132. I'm going to go with over 2.5 goals in the Brazil game.
Okay.
I am going to go for a draw.
Oh.
A draw in the Portugal-South Korea game.
Okay.
And I'm going to have Ghana get their revenge on Uruguay.
Okay.
For what happened all those years ago in the knockout round.
2010.
So give me Ghana on the money line, South Korea, Portugal to tie, and Brazil over 2.5 goals versus Cameroon. Those are my soccer bets.
So you say that all the teams already in are going to stay in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I don't see much shakeup today. I don't. Yesterday was a roller coaster.
Oh, loved it. How do you
Japan
not?
beating Spain.
Oh,
Germany coming back
in the
down
world.
2-1 to win 4-2, but they can't qualify because of goal differential. But had Spain tied with Japan, Germany would have gotten in.
Yeah.
It was crazy, Fish. I was locked in.
How do you
I was
not?
losing money, but I was locked in.
I don't like the losing money part, but I like that you were locked in.
Me either, buddy. But we got USC in action tonight. 2.5 point favorites against Utah. Now, this isn't going to count towards my best bets of the weekend.
Oh,
but since we're talking about bets for today, I'm going to give you bets for today.
Oh.
All right? USC. Take the 2.5 points.
Okay.
Take the 2.5 points. Minus 118. It's good money, good value. You want to parlay it and throw in a Caleb Williams anytime touchdown? Go for it. I think he'll sneak something in. He's been dynamic with his feet. But give me USC to win. Give me them to cover by 2.5 points. I'm very intrigued by this matchup tonight. If you want another one for tonight as well, 8.5 point favorites UTSA against North Texas.
All the Roadrunners.
That's a freebie. So take the 8.5 points and run with it. And that'll be it for now. Let's get to best bets after the break, and then we'll get to the Lions-Jaguars pregame game predictions, and so much more. But before we go, I got to tell you, no, I don't actually, Jeff does, about our good friends, about our good friends over at the Sports Marketing Agency.
The Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. If you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com for more information.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
Get a shot up. This is for the win.
All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Let me tell you about our friends at the Fulling Warehouse in Hamtramck, because, guys, it is the home of the original football bowling game. 2 to play for $12, the unlimited open play, or you could pay $120 for a lane reservation for up to 10 people. $2 Mr. Beer Machine, full bar. Check it all out. FullingWarehouse.com.
All right. 9:41, you know what time it is on a Friday.
Yay.
Best bets. I'm going to give you my 5 best bets of the weekend. And we'll start in college football.
Playoff games.
We're taking Georgia and Michigan to cover.
Okay.
Georgia to cover 17.5 points. Michigan to cover 16.5 points. Georgia versus LSU. Michigan versus Purdue. This kid needs to shut the hell up before I go over there and smack him across the face. You hear this kid?
Yeah, he's having a good...
I don't know if any of you in the listening or watching can hear this, but there's some kid crying, being a little bitch, and somebody's got to go smack him upside the head. Having said that, Michigan to cover, Georgia to cover. That's where we're going to start this weekend. We're going to start on a Saturday. Then we're going to go to the NFL and come back to Saturday for my surprise bet.
Okay. I like surprises.
You guys know I'm a fan of home underdogs. I think the Giants are grossly underrated at home against the Washington Commanders. The Commanders are 7-5, yes. I do not fear the Washington Commanders. Give me the New York Giants at home, underdog money, plus 110. Give me the New York Giants. I'm a big fan of it. The home underdog bet has been one of my most successful bets all year. I'm continuing the trend. I mentioned this one earlier, Indianapolis on the upset. Indianapolis on the upset over the Dallas Cowboys, plus 410. The number is so friendly. I love it. Again, I want to make money. I don't want to be right. I want to make money. If I miss all my bets, but the Colts bet hits, I make money.
You're in a good spot.
So work with me here. Let's take some underdogs. Let's have some fun. And then Saturday, we're going to go back to Saturday. Fish, this one's for you, buddy.
Okay.
Saturday.
Yeah.
We're going to bet on the knockout stage of the World Cup.
Oh, how do you not?
And 192 is a number I like. Now, if some of you aren't familiar, that is the line on the U.S.
Oh, it is.
Netherlands game.
Okay.
Plus 192.
For U.S., that's it?
The United States are plus 192 on the underdog.
That's a steal. Stealing those monies.
Give me the United States of America to send the Dutch home on the upset, plus 192. Take the U.S. on the money line.
Why is it so low? That seems low.
Because it's a closer matchup than people think.
Okay.
I like it. I like the number.
No, I like it too. I'm hammering it.
So I'm going to U.S. to qualify for the next round. Give me them to beat the Netherlands. in the round of 16, their first win in the World Cup. And, oh God, how many years, Fish? It would have been 40, no, more than 40 years.
Oh, for knockout?
Yeah, to get to the quarterfinal.
Yeah.
Would be the first time since like the 50s.
Yeah, they made it to third place in 1930, I think it was.
Yeah, so this is a big deal. I think U.S.
Mavs
soccer
was probably in the second row.
I'm telling you, U.S. soccer, if there was ever a matchup, it would be the Dutch. Because the Dutch have the same problem the United States do.
Yeah.
Who's their number 9? Now, the Dutch play a very, very, very impressive attacking style of soccer.
They do.
But I like the U.S. here.
Wow.
It feels like an upset. It's that time of the year, baby. Give me the U.S. on the upset in the round of 16. I love it.
Speaking of, can I bring something up about USA Netherlands?
What's up?
What's that?
What are we doing tomorrow?
What do you mean?
What? You brought up we were doing something. You tell me.
Oh, yeah, we'll watch the game either here or in my house. We'll see. I'll let you know.
Okay, sounds
I'll
good.
let you know. I got to be here early for work.
Well, yeah, that's why we do it here. It's easier for you.
Yeah, we'll leave it. Let's get into game predictions, though. Everybody in the WoodwardSports.com chat, drop your score predictions right now. I want to hear them. I want to see them.
Lions win.
Lions, Jaguars. Who do you got? I'll start, Jeff. It's an even money game. It actually just shifted. The Lions are now 1-point favorites. Both the money line is at -108 for both teams, depending on where you buy your sports book. Shit. It's a tough game for me to call. I'll go with the Lions. But I'm going to go with the Lions in what I think will be one of the games of the weekend. 31-30, Lions narrowly walk out of Ford Field with a win against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I do think Trevor Lawrence and that offense have their way at times. I just believe this Lions offense will continue to be the bright spot, even without Jamison Williams. And their defense will make that one extra play that they made during that game, during that 3-game winning streak. Give me the Lions 31-30.
Yeah, I'm rolling with the Lions as well. I'll say 31-24. Give me a Lions win by a touchdown. I do think the Lions defense is going to give up points, but I think their offense and the streak they've been on lately, if they can keep it up, they're at home, they play better at home. Yeah, give me the Lions here by a touchdown. I'll go with 31-24, Lions win. But it'll be way, way closer. I could see a 31-27, and I see in the chat a lot of people feel like it's going to be closer. I see
31-24, 31-28, 27-24,
very similar
30-28. Very interesting. Eric believes the Jaguars will win. 27-24. Logan says 34-31 Lions. Travis Trilla says 35-21 Jags. Yeah, I'm with you guys on the points here. I think it's a shootout. I don't think either defense is coming out and putting the clamps on either offense. I think both offenses will have their ways. It's going to be interesting. I'll say that much. But you know what? We do have to take a quick pause. But before we do, you know, you guys, Fish, I'll tell you where we're going this weekend, me and you, okay?
Why am I all of a sudden scared now?
No. Hear me out. What Fish and I are going to be doing, because we're going to watch some World Cup action. We're going to watch the United States take down the Netherlands. We're going to kick their asses.
Go USA! America!
We're going to watch some Big Ten football maybe during the... Shut the hell up, Fish. Long story short, me and Fish are going to be going to the DraftKings Sports and Social Bar.
Oh.
And what we're going to do is we're going to watch the U.S. take down the Netherlands. We're going to run around that entire bar with our United States of America flags. We're going to be losing our shit, buying the best food, drinking the best drinks, and yes, Fish, you don't have a choice, and you're going to shut your mouth for the next minute. And it is going to be awesome. We're going to make our bets. We're going to make some money on DraftKings, and we're going to eat at the DraftKings Social Sports Bar. I can't wait. It's going to be a blast. I'm going to have the time of my life. I'm going to be a degenerate, and I am not going to apologize for it. If my wife is watching right now, too damn bad, honey. You won't see me Saturday. Having said that, we'll be right back. But before we do, I got to tell you about Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men.
Tell them.
Open 10-8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. No appointment necessary. Their awesome stylists will take care of you like they take care of me. So get to a Lady Jane's near you. A Lady Jane's. It's wicked awesome.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff-A Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward in Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff-A Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Looking to buy or sell your home, whether you're a player or a fan, helping you buy, sell, or invest, and Michael Phillips is top priority. Being in the game for 23 years makes Michael Phillips the number one option for anybody. So, what are you waiting for? Give him a call. 313-403-0011. It's 313-403-0011. I'm excited. Fish. Have you ever been there, buddy?
No, it just opened yesterday.
This dickhead over here. It's a question. I don't need a jackass answer.
It's not a jackass answer. It's an answer. No, I have not been there.
Why not?
Cause I just.
I'm joking with you, buddy. I'm joking. I'm just giving you shit. Oh,
By the way, if we go, we're gonna have to get there like 7 a.m. because I'm assuming they're gonna be packed since it's the opening weekend.
We'll find our way there.
Or 5 a.m. I'll be up at
We'll definitely make our way there.
We can watch some basketball. You want to get up at 1 a.m. and watch some basketball with me?
Well, look, it's the new sports. Look at my English today. It's the new sports lounge out in Troy, right? So
Somerset Mall. Yeah.
It's a big deal.
It looks nice.
Very nice. Probably gonna have really good bar food. Drinks are gonna be on tap. It's gonna be what you'd expect a sports bar to be. I'm excited, and depending on who you bet with, I don't care personally. You're gonna be making money down there.
Oh yeah.
Watching the World Cup. I'm gonna be betting on the U.S.
How do you not?
Place my bet. Open up my DraftKings app. Hit that button. Easy as hell. I can't wait.
It is easy as hell.
It's gonna be such a good time. It really is. I'm excited. Check it out.
How do you not?
Maybe I'll take you, Fish.
Oh, you're nice.
Maybe. You kind of pissed me off. So I'm not sure if I want to take you anymore.
What do I do now?
Fish, what don't you do? I think that's the
I don't know. You tell me.
Let's see. Copyrighted music.
Okay.
Missing intros in and out of the break. Cutting the wrong cameras. Starting the stream late. What else? I mean, do you really want me to go through the list here?
1 second late.
Sleeping with my stepsister. I mean, how many things do you want me to bring up here, buddy? Drinking on the job. Failing drug tests multiple times.
My God.
Hey, come on, Fish. I have a laundry list for you.
Okay. I'll pull out my water.
3 years spent in jail.
He did not.
Let's drink some water here.
You don't see the teardrop tattoo he has on his eye? Dude's a killer.
Man's got vodka in that water bottle, too.
I mean, it could be. I wouldn't know.
Oh, God. Fish, can we get a hip thrust?
For what?
For what? For the U.S. qualifying to the knockout round.
There you go. I hate you guys.
Oh, Fish, you're a legend.
Oh, God, me.
Yeah, look, Man Bear Pig says not getting Jeff a coffee yesterday. See, it's just couldn't sleep last night because of it.
All right,
Messed
look.
up.
Let's do it. Mailbag time. Get your questions in the chat. Jeff and I will answer them all. What do you guys got for us today? Stepsis probably didn't give Fish a choice. Probably not. Oh, God.
Hey, is that the one in New York? Or is that different? Is that your actual...
I think you need to shut up.
What?
Does
question?
Does Corum still get an invite to New York? I would say no.
Yeah, no, I don't
It'll
think
be
so.
Duggan, Caleb. I'm not sure who I'd vote third.
You don't think he'll get an invite?
I don't think Corum gets an invite, no.
Oh, okay.
It's tough. I mean, the games matter. You got to play them at the end of the day.
Right.
You know, it's unfortunate what happened. I think he should be in New York, but he didn't play the last game of the year, and he won't play in the conference championship game, and he's injured. And I don't know. You can reward him, sure, but I don't know how I feel about it.
I think it's Caleb's reward to
Probably
lose.
Stroud will get there. No, it is Caleb's to lose, by the way. Australia over Argentina on the upset. Wow.
Yes!
Fish, you would
Go
love
Socceroos!
Do you think they pull it off, buddy?
Hell
Do you think
no,
they send
I'd
Messi
love
home?
it. No.
Who's your favorite to win the World Cup right now?
Either Brazil or Argentina.
Brazil or Argentina? That's
Yeah.
fair.
I mean, I wanted to go France, but they have like 50 players out. But France does look good,
That
though.
is fair. Harley asks, Adam, how much are you betting this weekend? I cannot share that
Yeah, I was
information.
going to say, how much is he not betting this weekend?
Yeah, we're not going to do that. That is inappropriate. Would you start Mike Evans or Adam Thielen? Mike Evans.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Mike Evans.
Can you tell us how many bets you make in a day?
Well, every day is different. On Sundays, I typically go for 4 to 5 big bets.
Okay.
And then if I suck during the 1 o'clock games, I make more to make it up in the afternoon games. So it just depends. It really depends. But during the World Cup, I mean, I've been having the time of my life betting on the World Cup
It's
up until
one
the
of the
last
best
2 days.
tournaments in the world. Even last 2 days was best
Fish,
days
do you
ever.
like sushi?
Not really. Not
That's a
huge
question
sushi
in the
fan.
chat.
I'm not a big sushi guy either.
Yeah,
but-
not a
Really?
huge sushi
Yeah,
fan.
no, I don't like sushi. Girlfriend loves it. I can't seem to love it. I don't mind seafood. I'm just not a big sushi guy.
Okay.
I'm not. Love salmon. Love everything else, but yeah, not a big sushi guy.
How?
Well, because Adam, I put it in my mouth, and not a big fan of the taste.
Where is this going?
What do you put in your mouth? Clarify, please.
Sushi. I haven't. You know, there's a big variety of sushi now.
There is.
There's probably some sushi out there I
California
wouldn't mind,
rolls.
but I tried the the California roll?
Yep.
Is that what it's
Okay,
called?
have you tried any
Yeah.
of the baked fried rolls?
No,
Excuse
I
me.
have not. So
All
see,
right.
you got to
So you're
introduce me to
missing
some
out.
of these things.
So you got to try the Vegas roll.
Okay.
That's the roll.
Okay.
For any of you people
All right.
out there that are bitches and you can't handle raw fish. This is exactly how I got my wife into sushi.
Oh.
Vegas roll. That was the key. That was the door that opened up everything else. I got her in on the Vegas roll, and then I'm the one that eats all the raw stuff, and she doesn't like it, but damn it, at least she goes with me now. Now I'm not going alone, sitting in a booth by myself, having sushi by myself. It's weird.
Oh, everyone's crushing me right now.
Unbelievable.
I put it in my mouth.
You're a
All right,
disgrace.
that was.
Yeah,
not
I don't know
hey, yo,
where that was
pause on
going.
that.
Yeah, I don't know where that was
Pause
going.
on that.
I like Mike G's response. I put it in my mouth was Jeff's senior quote.
No, it was
I
not.
would love to see
Mike
your
G
senior
comes
year
up with all the
playbook,
great
yearbook.
comments.
Do you still have it?
Yeah,
Bring
I do.
it.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
Bring it. I want to see it.
I promise you, my quote was not. I put it in my mouth. I can promise you that.
Legendary quote.
All right, if the Rams don't win again, the Lions are guaranteed the second pick overall, strength of schedule over the Bears. Do we take Anderson? Or Carter?
At 2?
I think you take Anderson.
Yeah.
You're not passing on him.
No, dude, he's too good. Yeah,
I'm
no.
sorry. You just don't pass on that type of player. Easy says Adam didn't want to be the only one putting raw meat in his mouth, so he forced his wife. Oh, God. You guys are a bunch of whores. You know that? You guys are all sick freaks. No shame. No shame.
Dirty South Wolverine. At least Jeff doesn't swallow it. Where are we going with this?
I
All
mean,
right.
you kind of do, though, don't you?
Yeah, no, I do. I mean, I don't.
Wow.
No, I don't. No.
Jeff, you cornered yourself. Get out of that dirt hole
Oh,
you're digging
God.
I'm in too deep, Fish. I'm in too
God.
deep.
up. You gotta get out of there.
Oh, God.
I'm in too deep.
Pause.
Damn it.
But sushi is amazing. It is. I mean, sushi's incredible. I don't know how Jeff doesn't like it. You've never had, like, any of the cooked sushi? Crunchy rolls, anything like that?
No, I'm not. I haven't.
I got to take you out on a sushi
Let's
day.
do it. Yeah, we can.
All right.
We'll film some content over it.
We're not going to film any of that, you sick ass.
I can't. What are we doing here? God.
Adam, have you been to Japan?
Oh, God. How do you feel about
Hey,
drafting
ding
Williams?
dong.
New money. Who Williams? Williams who? Caleb Williams? You're not going to be able to draft him next year. He's going top 2, top 3.
Hello, Mr. Red. Adham.
So first Jeff puts it in his mouth, and now it's too deep. Yep, that's where we're at right now.
No, we gotta get out of here.
Adam and Jeff, how do you think Michigan handled the Mozzie Smith, gun charges? You know what? We haven't touched on it this week, and I'm pretty pissed about it.
Oh.
I'm pissed because I think I'm more pissed at the Washtenaw prosecutors than anything.
Okay.
You are only allowed to get away with what the law allows you to, right? Mm-hmm. And the prosecutors and the police and whoever was involved, I don't know the full picture. I don't. What I do know is for it to be kept under the books for 7 weeks, maybe that's the normal time frame. Who knows? But for all that to be happening and crying murder, assault, attempted murder on a locker room, or a tunnel altercation. It's frustrating.
Yeah.
Not sure how I feel about it.
And it's not the same as the Amani Bates scenario because that gun was unregistered. The Mozzie Smith, his gun was registered, but he didn't have he couldn't conceal it. It was in his car. So
either way, it
took this long.
It's frustrating.
Yeah,
it's definitely not a good look for Michigan, I'll tell you that much.
No, it's
not. But we're going to wrap up because I got to go beat the shit out of that kid that keeps crying. We're out of here. You all have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching us. We'll see you tomorrow on the Michigan-Purdue pregame show for the Big Ten Championship. Fish and I, you'll see us on social media on Woodward Sports watching the game together. USA, by the way. Go USA tomorrow.
Go USA. Go America. America.
And then the Sunday Detroit Lions pregame show. So be ready for it all. It's going to be a great weekend. See you guys Monday. Take care.
Go watch USA and all the other World Cup games.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.